Pilate's wife had a dream.
In her dream, Jesus wore a crown of thorns on his head. Blood was flowing, and his hands were bound. The soldiers struck Jesus, and the chief priests and rulers shouted. At last, Pilate gave the verdict.
Crucify him!
As Jesus hung on the cross, suddenly thunder struck, and an earthquake occurred, and people fell to the ground. Afterward, Jesus came again, and Pilate was seen receiving the judgment of unrighteousness.
Pilate's wife was so shocked that she awoke from her sleep, and she wrote a letter and sent it to Pilate.
Jesus sentenced to death.
You have brought this man to me, but after examining him, I have found nothing wrong in him. Herod also found no fault, and sent him back to us. You say this man is guilty. I will punish him and release him.
Have him crucified.
Have him crucified.
At that moment, the letter from his wife was delivered to Pilate.
Have nothing to do with that righteous man. Today, I have suffered greatly in a dream because of him.
Pilate's face turned pale as he read the letter, and he was confused, unable to act.
What am I supposed to do about this? What should I do? Yes, this is how I will do it.
After a moment, he ordered Barabbas to be brought. And he said,
It is customary for me to release one prisoner to you at Passover. So which of these two do you want me to release? How about releasing the King of the Jews?
Not that man! Release Barabbas!
Barabbas was in prison for causing rebellion and murder in the city.
Crucify that man!
Crucify him.
I find no grounds for the death penalty in him. So I will punish him and release him. Take Jesus and flog him.
The soldiers took Jesus, twisted a crown of thorns, and placed it on his head, and put a purple robe on him.
Hail, King of the Jews!
Hail, King of the Jews!
They struck him on the face with their hands. They shouted and mocked Jesus.
Then, after removing the robe, they flogged him.
And they brought Jesus to Pilate.
Blood flowed from the crown of thorns on Jesus' head, and his body was covered with wounds.
Look, I find no fault in him, but because of your accusations, I have done this. Now you should be satisfied.
Crucify him!
Crucify him.
He has done nothing wrong.
We have a law, and according to that law, he must die, because he claimed to be the Son of God.
When Pilate heard this, he became even more afraid. He took Jesus back into the palace and asked him,
Where do you come from?
But Jesus gave him no answer.
Do you refuse to speak to me? Don't you know I have the authority to release you and the authority to crucify you?
You would have no authority over me unless it had been given to you from above. Therefore, the one who handed me over to you is guilty of the greater sin.
After hearing this, Pilate tried to release Jesus.
If you let this man go, Governor, you are no friend of Caesar.
Anyone who claims to be a king opposes Caesar.
Look! Here is your king!
Get rid of him.
Crucify him!
Shall I crucify your king?
We have no king but Caesar.
Pilate saw that he could do nothing, and that an uproar was beginning. So he took water and washed his hands before the crowd and said,
I am innocent of this man's blood. It is your responsibility.
Then all the people answered,
Let his blood be on us and on our children.
So be it.
Let it be so.
Pilate finally granted the people's demand.
Take Jesus and crucify him.
Children, today's story is about Jesus receiving the sentence of crucifixion.
Pilate knew that Jesus had done no wrong. He received God's warning through his wife, but he threw away his conscience because of the demands of the people and finally sentenced Jesus to be crucified.
Even though he washed his hands to say he was not responsible, he will face judgment on the day when Jesus returns.
We also must not ignore God's word or throw away our conscience just because it is disadvantageous to us.
Thus Jesus, though innocent, was nailed to the cross and died. The story will continue next week.
Repeat Jesus.
If it had not been given by God,
If it had not been given by God,
you would have no authority
you would have no authority
to harm me.
To harm me.
John chapter 19, verse 11.
John chapter 19, verse 11.
Well done. See you next week.
Goodbye